Welcome back student to our online classes. Here is Deshmukh sir with new topic for you today. And today's our topic is excuses. Excuses a skit. Page number 40, 2.4. Excuses a skit. In this lesson, we have two characters. First is Ritesh, who is student, and second is Mrs. Sen, who is teacher. This is a very funny lesson, funny skit in standard 8. Before starting our funny skit, we have some chit chat questions. So let's get started. Our first question is, do you come to school on time every day? Here, this question is very simple. This question is in verbal question. Verbal question is part of interrogative sentence. Verbal questions start with helping verbs. When questions start with helping verbs, your answer will be yes or no. For example, your first answer is, some students' first answer is, yes, I come to school on time every day. Students who are very punctual to come school, they write like this, yes, I come to school on time every day. But some students who is not punctual and who have some problems to come school earlier, they write, no, I don't come to school on time every day. And some of the students write their answer like this, yes, I come to school on time every day, rarely. Sometimes, someday, I come late. I come late. Our second question is, what do you feel when you are late? Sometimes, rarely, you come late to school. How do you feel? The answer is like this, when rarely, sometimes I come late to school, I feel very ashamed, sorry, and guilty. Our third question is, what action is taken in school on latecomers? Answer of this question is, some teachers sent back home to latecomers because these students are regularly come late in school, and some teachers make the latecomers stand out of the class. Our next question is, do you give excuses for your late coming? Do you give excuses for your late coming? And are they true or false? If you give excuses for your late coming, the excuses of are true or false? Answer of this question is, I don't give false excuses for coming late to school because I don't come late in school, but rarely I come late school. My excuses is true. Our next question is, why is punctuality so important in life? Answer of this question is, punctuality is so important in life, because if we are not punctual, we miss many opportunities, we miss our goal. If students, if you are not punctual in your life, you miss many opportunities in your school life, and then your college life, and some of your jobs you will miss if you are not punctual. So be punctual. Next, we have the jokes. So students, let's enjoy the jokes. Our first joke is, teacher said, Asif, why are you calling into the class? Asif said to teacher, I am sorry teacher, but yesterday you warned me not to walk into the class late. So, here his meaning is, you said me to don't walk in the class if you are late. So why I am crawling into the class. And second joke is, teacher said to Sharvari, you are regularly late to school. Don't you feel ashamed? Why do you come to school so late? Sharvari said to teacher, I am sorry madam, but on my way to school there is a road sign that says go slow, and ma'am, you have instructed us to always follow what road signs say. Jokes apart, students, can you underline the words in the joke that were used as excuses for late coming? Here you have given two jokes and underline the words in the joke that were used as excuses for late coming. Next, now discuss within groups and share some simple jokes about teachers and students. Try to write one or two such jokes in your own words in the above format. Next, our topic is reported speech. Here, speech or dialogues. Speech or dialogues can be reported in two ways. First is direct and second is indirect. First is direct. Speech and dialogues can be reported in two ways. First is direct and second is indirect. When exact words of the speaker are reported, we call it direct speech. What is the definition of direct speech? When exact words of the speaker are reported, we call it direct speech. And when exact words of the speaker are not reported here, reported, we call it indirect speech. But just its contents, we call it indirect speech. Here you have given two speech. First, a sentence converted into indirect speech and direct speech. direct speech sentence is Amar said. I shall come to meet you. Tomorrow. Sanket. Full stop and double inverted comma. And indirect speech sentence is Amar told. Amar told Sanket that he would go to meet him the next day. The question is ask you note down the changes you observe in the indirect speech. You observe direct speech as well as indirect speech. Which changes made in indirect speech, you observe it and note down it. So first is Amar and Amar as it is. Then here in direct speech said and indirect speech told. Then comma is not given in indirect speech and do not given double inverted comma in indirect speech. Then Sanket noun is come after told means reported verb. Then that is adding in indirect speech which is not add in direct speech. Next here Amar use I for him, but in indirect speech here Amar use he for him. Then helping verb is shall and here helping verb will be would. Here verb is come and in indirect speech verb become opposite of indirect speech. So these are some changes when we convert the sentence direct speech into indirect speech. You can observe another which changes in indirect speech sentence and write down or note down in your notebook like this. Here the word tomorrow is changed in indirect speech next day.